I know it's supposed to mostly just be like an image and not a video, but like Nelke, blink woman. I know it's supposed to be like a still image. It just looks like it's like in-game sort of thing, but like it just looks like she's just staring intently at one specific page of a book. Like, blink, please, Nelke. Good, numbing. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to session 2 of Nelke. It's been about 2 weeks since we last played this bloody game, so it's going to take me a second to readjust. All I remember is that I was going to cry because our next task is to like maintain income for 3 days straight, and that was like my one biggest hurdle. Is where is it? Where did it say? Yeah, I have been nothing but in the red. I have been nothing but in the red all game long so far. But we will figure that out as we go. Let's dive straight in. I've got some interesting things to talk about though. Compile Heart had kind of a gargantuan announcement last night, and it's what the stream title's named after because, like, holy shit. Essentially, the president and director of Compile Heart have completely changed, and it's affecting every single department. The president of Compile Heart is now the original director of Agorist, and the director of Compile Heart, and that's not like game director or anything, that's a company director, so that's like, it's like an enforcer, or like, and a go-getter of like the plans and whatnot the president has. He was the old Fairy Fencer F director. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, things are changing. And it's having a trickle-down effect on all their departments. And there was a shit ton of games that they publicly announced during this change. A lot of them, all of them don't really have trailers. Some have like concept art because it's just basically saying like, here's how everything is changing, here's the things that are currently in the work. But obviously things will get proper announcements later down the road when they're ready to be. But oh my goodness, like, we're getting... My Death End request itch is finally getting scratched. We're getting not one, but 2 new Death End games coming. A spin-off coming sometime next year, at least in Japan, called Code Xeon. And a new mainline title, hopefully actually following Lydia and everything going on in there, sometime afterwards that's in full development. The next Neptunia of the Game Maker Revolution is actually indeed the 5th mainline title. Finally, after, it's been 2015 since V2. Like, oh my goodness, it's finally actually happening. I can't wait. Like, it's a wild time. Anyway, we got some visiting to do. Oh, I still haven't visited the Haggles. This is it, Lily. Ah, Nelke. I'm glad you're here. I've been wanting to talk to you about something. Oh, what's up? Next time you go on your investigations, I'd like you to take me with you. Huh? You want to go with me? Sure. I go out by myself sometimes. But I'd like to learn more about how people do things in your world. You studied at the academy in your capital city, right? So I'm sure you understand. Our worlds are so different. I'm sure there's all kinds of things we could discover about each other. Yes, that's probably true. Okay, then I'd be happy for you to come with me next time. Let's work together, Lily. Yay, thank you. Lily can now join you. Awesome. Hey Goddess, hope you're well. Have you heard the news of Compile Heart? Welcome. Oh, hi Nelke. Hello Ellie. Thank you so much for getting to work so quickly. I know you must be exhausted from travelling, and I ended up making you do so much. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Oh no, not at all. You gave me this nice big space to work in. If anything, I should be thanking you. So I was just checking something. As soon as I thought I'd found Marie, all this stuff started happening at once. But there's all kinds of rare items and materials around here, so I wanted to get to work doing proper research. I'm so thankful to you for setting up this place where I could just sit and relax. Yeah, essentially, the rundown, so I'm going to be talking about it a lot, so anyone who watches in post, expect me to repeat myself a lot, because I'm basically going to be, like, sharing it with anyone who joins. Compile Heart have had a huge rearrangement of their company structure, including changing who the president and director of the company is. And that's not like game director, that's like company director, like in like a big business company director sort of thing. The president of Compile Heart is now the Agorist developer, and the director of the company's affairs is the director of Fairy Fencer F. They then announced 7 titles that are currently under work, because obviously that has a trickle-down effect on all of the companies they own, that things have changed so much. The very next Neptunia we are getting is indeed Nep 5, officially the next mainline numbered title. No more spin-offs, no more Game Maker, you know, no more any of that. It's the next game we're getting is actually Nep 5, or Victory 3, or whatever they decide to call it. It's got a clear direction, and it's deep in development. It's been in development for about 2 years. That doesn't mean it's coming next year, it'll probably be a whiles out yet, because looking at the other announcements, it's like, Deafen Request Code Xeon, that's going to be next year, that's the spin-off that has ties to the first 2 games, and has artwork of a new character along with Mai and Sheena. So it's like, that's about as far as we know, it's like, yeah, it has ties to the first 2 games, but that's it. Which I'm super excited for, as long as it's not a tactics RPG, because I'm terrible at them. But they also confirmed that Deafen Request 3 is actually in full swing of development. Which, it was funny, because it didn't feel like it was that long ago. We was talking about how it felt like Deafen was starting to get, like, abandoned. And I was like, no, please, I hope they go back to it. They still need to do the 3rd game. And now we're finally getting it, and I'm so excited. But they also announced, like, a lot of, like, crossover stuff. Like, there's a bullet hell shmup that they're working on that's unnamed. There's a crossover Tomodachi game that they're working on. There's a Touhou game they're working on. And there's another thing, but it slipped my mind right now. But you know what I mean? It's like it's more like they've got crossover-y, like co-developed stuff going on as well. But like in terms of like the big ones for me, we're getting a Deafen spin-off next year, and we're getting Deafen 3 potentially the year after, and then Net 5 potentially the year after that. That's sick. That's amazing. And Nep 5's lead illustrator is the proper grand return of Sunako, who did the original ones. You do know that Sony's censorship policy has radically changed in the past 5 years, almost entirely thanks to Cyberpunk Ghost Story. And it's very likely, especially now, I know he said Andrew Ryan, he feels like fucking Andrew Ryan, the CEO of PlayStation, or the CEO of Sony, just stepped down and is being replaced by an actual gamer. Yeah, Jim Wright, whatever his fucking name is, just retired. And since Cyberpunk Ghost Story was a real infamous game from like 2019, I want to say, where it was had censorship policies pushed onto it, and the developers took to Twitter and started a whole campaign to like fight back against Sony, because every single other publisher was okay with it but them, and made a huge stink out of it, and it was enough to get the game released uncensored, and it had a knock-on effect on a shit ton of other games that were originally going to get censorship suddenly not getting censored. And although there are still some examples here and there of like real major things having to get slight censorship here and there, and most of the time it's like, hey, do you want to play this super anime game that stars a 14-year-old? Hey, there's a bikini costume in it. It's like, yeah, of course Sony's going to be like, maybe don't, you know. But there's also extreme examples, but for the most part, everything else they've let slide since, because they know like the ire of the audience. And as I have to always say it, the glitch modes in Deafen Request 2 weren't censored. It was an artistic decision to change them. Censorship is when it was out of their hand. No, it was an artistic choice to change them to cover more of their bodies, because they wanted them to be more cool than sexy. But yeah, Sony's changed a lot anyway, like the past few months, especially with like Jim Ryan stepping down. But yeah, like the spin-off, the Deafen spin-off, we've seen artwork of a new main character, and I don't know who she is, but we've also seen artwork of Mai in her clothes from after Deafen 2, and Sheena also in casual clothes, so it's probably based after those 2 games, and it's just kind of like just what those two get up to. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the spin-off does a Travis Strikes Again system where, like, it's not a true third game, but it helps bridge the gap to the third game. So if you go straight from 2 to 3, it makes more sense. Sort of like how there's a book between 1 and 2 that helps bridge the gap between those two games. Because there's Death End 1.5, that's literally a book that bridges the gap between the two. I wouldn't be surprised if Xeon is the same idea, but for 2 and 3. Dirk 2, it wasn't that it was pulled away as far as I'm aware, it was more after Dirk 1, it was during a time where Sony were already super strict on censorship, and he'd just had a fight with Compile Heart as a publisher anyway with Mary Skelter 2, because as you might know, Mary Skelter 2 straight up never came out on PS4 in the West, because the censorship policies what Sony wanted for it would actively damage the systems and mechanics of that game. So it was just like the game it'll be an inferior version of the game flat out if it came out on it, so they chose not to do it. Which is a shame because I was really excited for Mary Skelter 2, especially because that's the one that has the gay marriage at the end, and it's really cute and wholesome and well done. You can text from it. Yeah, a lot of like Square Enix RPGs from the PS1 era did have to have a few localization changes when they got remastered, and to be honest, half the time when you read them you go, yeah, I can see why they needed to change that. It's not as bad as the original Perfect Dark having a weapon literally called the N-Bomb. That one was yeah, they needed to change that one because the phrase N-Bomb has a very different meaning in today's culture than what it did in the 90s. I can't remember what they changed it to. I think they just changed it to Big Bomb, but it was just like, ugh. When the game says drop the N-Bombs, like, no, I'm not dropping that. No, I don't want to get... Oh, no, I'll get shot. There's so many things I want to do, but at the end of the day, I can't do my synthesis without an atelier. But I'm hoping, like, we know absolutely nothing about Dirk 3 other than it's happening, but that's enough for me, and I'm super excited. And it's one of my free channel promises that I said if Dirk 3 ever got announced, I would stream 1 and 2 on the channel, because it's an excuse to go through those games again. So at some point, when the schedule allows, I will go through Dirk 1 and 2 again. Which will be very exciting, because I love Death End 2. I love that game so goddamn much, so I don't need an excuse to go through that game again. You know, I really don't need an excuse to go through that game again. The other two promises, for anyone who doesn't remember or wants to keep track, is if Shadow the Hedgehog ever gets officially ported or remastered or just in some way or form available on modern platforms, I will play it through to the true ending. And the other one is if the Tomb Raider Legend Trilogy gets any kind of remaster, I will drop everything to play those games when they come out. Yeah, there's 2 Death End titles coming out. The spin-off is called Code Xeon. All we know about Code Xeon officially is that it's got ties to the first 2 games. That's it. I'm entirely theorizing that it's basically going to be a 2.5 and going to bridge the gap to 3. I have no idea if it actually is, or if it's going to be something entirely. It might not even be canon, we don't know. You know, it's just that it's going to have ties to both Dirk 1 and 2. But then after that, the next official mainline Death End Request title is in development. So it's going to be Code Xeon, and then Death End 3. And once again, if you've been in this channel long enough, you know my biggest hope for Death End 3 is that they'll go into Lydia's background. They'll do all that god shit and look into all that properly and thoroughly explore it. And I said, like, the main big three the main big 3 announcements of the 7 games for me was the 2 Dirk titles and the fact that the next Neptunia game is straight up Nep 5. Like, we're finally getting the next mainline title. It was 2015 we got V2. Yeah, but things around here really that unusual. Everything here is pretty ordinary to us, so I'm surprised to hear that. Wow, really? I guess it just comes down to regional differences. But yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, if that gets ported to PS4, it's more as a meme. I would do like stream it all the way through to the true ending. Because it's not that I don't like the game, it's just I don't love it as much as some of the others, you know? But I think it would be a real good meme stream to fuck around in if I did make that grind. I'm not going to do all A ranks because I want to spare my sanity a little bit. That sounds like torture. Some of those levels, I don't want to do fucking the Arc. I don't want to do the Arc like 3 times to try and get the A ranks in each mission. Except they didn't, Goddess. In the true ending of the first game, no one dies. In the true ending of the second game, no one but Rotti's mother dies. It's only in the death ends and in the looping realities that different people die. So, no, that's fine. The only person who's truly, like, dead is the devil woman from Dirk 2 and Roddy's mother. Because Rotti and Mai are happily living with each other in a apartment in Tokyo. That's canon. They live together. They're a couple. Liliana... I suppose Liliana's parents, I think, are still dead. I think that's not changing. Actually, now I think about it. I think Liliana's mum and dad are still turbo dead. Liliana is, like, doing all of her demon shit where she thinks that... Well, I mean, she's right, but she thinks Mai's, like, got the god of death inside her and so is now a demon that needs to be dealt with. Which is, like, yeah, that's absolutely true. Liliana is absolutely going to go after Mai because Mai absolutely does have the god of death inside her. Sheena's not dead. Because the timeline got corrected at the end of Dirk 2 and reset it all. Sheena's alive again. She got killed during Dirk 2's story, but she also got killed during Dirk 1's story. You know? No, she's still alive. She got brutalized, very badly brutalized, but in the ending, no, she is still alive. In the ending cutscene, when Mai and Roddy move to Tokyo, Mai gets a job working for the same company that Sheena and Arata work at. I forgot his name for a second. And you see Sheena there. So she is alive again. And so is Arata, because Arata is supposed to be turbo dead, because he died technically off screen before the events of Dirk 2. Sorry, I'm like a proper lore head when it comes to Dirk. I really keep on top of it. I really love those games. I have problems with the first game, but as a whole, I really love it, and I love where it goes, and I love the mysteries, and I love solving it. I can't stress enough how euphoric it was, like going into the Death End Request community after like the first game came out in the West, and between all of us, slowly but surely piecing everything together, putting our theories together, like testing them out, experimenting with different ideas, and as a collective figuring out the entire narrative of the original game, because there's a lot of shit that doesn't make sense at first glance, and then having it be right in Dirk 2, and then have more new pieces added to the mystery. It was so euphoric to have, like, it was one of those few times in my life where I genuinely felt not only like a part of a community, but a huge contributor to community, because it's like all of us came together to figure the shit out, and we did, and then we were right, and it's like, that's so cool. But it's why I'm so excited for Dirk 3, because there are some lingering mysteries that haven't been answered that we want to get to the bottom of. I also just want just one scene of Mai and Roddy like kissing or some shit like in the third game. They're canonically a couple. People try and say, like, oh, they just hold hands at the end. No, the whole point of that is to show that they are now a couple, that they're together, that they genuinely love each other. It's not supposed to be like an inferred thing. It's just they could have... probably could have, like, written it better to make it more blunt. But yes, the director and all the writers have consistently said, no, they are officially a couple by the end of Dirk 2. Because they love each other, they live together, you know, they help each other out. Like, those two are, like, soul bonded. I want to see that in Dirk 3. I want to see just at least 1 or 2 scenes of them just functioning as a couple, you know, because I find that shit adorable. And I know Dirk as a whole is supposed to be super grimdark, so it's like, I doubt they're going to let you see much of that. There'll probably be something that will go wrong. But if you could just give me one scene of them, like, you know, it's like even walking down the street holding hands, talking about their day-to-day bullshit. I'm like, I'll be happy because it's like, yes, I get to see them be them, you know. And like, is she ever gonna hook up with Arata? Who bloody knows? It's clear that she has a crush on him, but he's oblivious, mean man. So anyway, so many of your monsters are new to me. I had no idea how strong they were, and I got really worried when I first got here. Being separated from Marie meant I was all on my own. Yeah, but throughout the course of the game, Mai opens up more and more, and to the point there's a scene where Rossi actually starting to get a little annoyed that every time she tries to cuddle up to Mai, Mai pushes her away. Actually says, fine, I'll just go then, and goes to leave the bed that she was just cuddling up behind Mai, and Mai reaches out and grabs her shirt to stop her going. And it's from that moment onwards that those two become way, way closer. And then I said, by the ending cutscene, when they're holding hands walking through town, they live together in an apartment, you know, it's canon, they're a couple, that they love each other. It's just, you know, Mai has to come out of her shell first. She has to find her footing first, because she's a complete shutout. Mostly because of, like, the shenanigans that happened with her father, and her focus on her sister. It just left her in a weird position mentally. That's the only thing that's going to be like. So I'm going to be playing the PS4 version. The PS4 version, like most Compile Heart games, didn't get patches that the PC version did. And one of the, like, there's two patches of significance that are on the PC version that don't exist on the PS4 version that we'll have to accept aren't there. Firstly, the sound effect for the clock when you go to, like, the midnight zone and go into the nighttime still isn't there. So anyone who's used to the that plays when you go into nighttime, no, that's still going to be mute because that glitch never got patched. And also the volume of the voice acting in Chapter 1 is off. Whether you play it in sub or dub, the voice volume is slightly quieter than it should be in Chapter 1, and then it gets corrected in Chapter 2. And if it's fine for Mai, because in Chapter 1, that's when Mai's in her most closed in, so her being super quiet as well, it's like, I guess that kind of tracks, but at the same time, you're like, what? When you're trying to play it, you know, you're like, what? Speak up! Like, it kind of tracks, but it tracks by accident. So when I eventually get to it, it's like, we'll have to, like, make a point of saying, like, yeah, I know the characters are super quiet in Chapter 1, but just wait. Just wait. But I'm also going to have to try really hard to not spend all of Dirk 2 gushing about the dubbed cast, because I genuinely... I haven't met Liliana's actress, but I've got to have interviews and talks and just general banter with both Mai and Rossi's dub actress. And they're both genuinely beautiful and wonderful people. And like beautiful souled sort of thing, you know. And so I am going to be gushing about Ryan Bartley and Deneen Melody a shit ton when I eventually get to Dirk 2, because I genuinely think they're both fantastic people. And Deneen Melody straight up voices a villain in Genshin now, and Ryan Bartley is Sage. She's literally the voice of Dr. Eggman's daughter now, and I'm just like, that's so fucking alright. Anyway, exactly! And there are so many unfamiliar materials. I keep being surprised with something new every day. And even the materials that I recognize have slightly different effects from what I'm used to. I think it's going to take a while for me to get used to synthesizing here. Wow, is it really that different? I had no idea. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed a change in environment would lead to such big differences either. Even when I'm doing a familiar synthesis, I have to change my method a little. Actually, that part is kind of fun. I get to try new things. I might be able to create something entirely new, which is pretty exciting. Oh yeah, Mai's father's probably also like turbo dead still, even in the new timeline. Just because he was this abusive, drunk arsehole who rather suddenly got his comeuppance from a daughter who had just given up on everything. Which also, full disclaimer, when I first played through Dirk 2, because I got Dirk 2 was a midnight launch for me, because I was genuinely so excited for that game, and it really paid off. I love that game so goddamn much. But nothing ever sold me on a character so quick than the game starting to my murdering her dad. I was like, fuck yeah, girl, I want to see where this goes. Because it was like, because it's like suddenly it wasn't, you know, like the naive, slightly amnesiac, unsure of the world, going through the motions adventurer that Sheena was. Like, I think, like, I know some people love Sheena, and I do too. I adore Sheena for who she is. But man, was the sequel protagonist, like, more interesting off the bat, you know, like, or off the machete. Maya, I was like, alright, I'm in, I want to know more about this girl, like, immediately, you know? And then her relationship and how it bounces off Rossi is just so charming. I have the collector's edition of both Dirk games. I have like the steelbooks behind me. I even did an unboxing video of Dirk 2 at the time when it first came out. Oh, how do I change page? There we go. I was gonna say, how do I change the fucking bed? I see. And I will almost definitely, when Dirk 3 comes out, also get the collectors of that. To be honest, for the sake of being... Because I don't know if it will deliver on time, I'll probably end up fucking double dipping when that game comes out, to be blunt. I will probably end up double dipping. Because I'll get the collector's edition so I can have all the extras and goodies and whatnot, but I'll probably end up also buying the digital version so I can play it at launch. Because, you know, sometimes the collector's editions arrive late, etc, etc. Which I know is like, it's a terrible excuse, but if it means more Dirk games, it's like, yeah, I'll buy that fucking game twice. You know, I'm gonna stick with the squad we have. I'm kind of happy with what we got. There, I went through a trend of basically buying like the collector's editions of every single like Compile Heart published game because they were always reasonably priced. It was only in recent years where I've just become too busy with other things that I just I just got SVS digital, you know? Because it's just like, well, what does it matter? We don't know any of that. Especially considering Compile Heart literally just changed president and leading director. Everything under their umbrella is gonna be potentially different and or more focused. We don't know anything. We can't go in with the same assumption anymore because things are gonna be fucking different, you know? When it comes to anything Dirk. So we don't even know if Code Xeon's canon. Like, so we don't know if the spin-off is like 2.5, like Travis Strikes Again. We don't know if it's just a fun, funky spin-off. We don't know if it's like Fairy Fencer-esque spin-off. We don't even know if it's going to be an RPG. Like, we don't know anything. We just know a spin-off's coming that's going to have a new lead in it. But it's also going to have Mai and Sheena in it. You know, like, there's a lot of shit we just don't remember. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It's why I'm so excited, because it's like, the company's going to be different. Even if things aren't right, or things are different, like, immediately there, the fact that things are changing is just exciting to me off the rip. You know? Even if it blows up in their face, or, like, doesn't work out exactly as intended, the fact things have the chance to be different is just exciting to me.
Nelke様のことはあっしが守りやすのでお任せください。ありがとうございます、クノスさん。でも私の剣の腕前もなかなかでしょ。
And I imagine, just like Dirk 1 and Dirk 2, the Corpse Party writer will be involved in Dirk 3 anyway, so there will be consistency in that sense, so it's the same writer. So, like, character writing, I don't have any, like, concerns about in that sense. The thing I'm curious about is that if Dirk 3 is still potentially about 2 years out, I want to see, because it will almost certainly be a PS5 game at that point, because in 2 years' time, like, the PS5 would have been out for 5 years at that point. There's no way it'll still be on PS4, or at least it's extremely unlikely it'll still be on PS4, you know? So I want to see how they expand upon what they've got by using the next-gen hardware for Dirk 3. Or, whilst we're waiting, if they want to do like a higher frame rate, like cleaned up remaster of Dirk 1 and 2, like with like the patches that the console versions never got, that would be nice. I'd buy that again in a heartbeat. Can't catch him without my butterfly net. Oh, okay, so we need to get butterfly nets, got it. Yeah, so Sony's, I'm just reading through your comments, Sony's was a couple weeks ago that Jim Ryan is stepping down and retiring as CEO after like 30 years. And the person who's replaced him, I forgot his name. It's it's someone who used to like make games within the company, or make games within the many companies of it. So it's like immediately more exciting and more like potentially friendly for what we need. Friends was provided the following recipes. Hey, Bugnet.
Yeah.
Hey, Nelke. Starting today, I'll be gathering info from townsfolk about your performance. Town rep will grow as support goes up and the population will increase. So you receive requests to sell certain items, hunt certain monsters, etc. on a daily basis. Fulfilling these requests will grant you additional funds and support from town. You can press this to check. Residents will regularly come to Nelke to give suggestions to us for help. These are known as citizen requests. Yeah. By fulfilling the request conditions, you'll receive coal as a reward, as well as an increase in friendship with the residents. There are 4 types of requests, each represent their own icon. Defeat monsters, investing to maintain it. Gather, require you to gather specific items and deposit them. If the number of storage exceeds the required number, the request is complete. Know that you'll still get to keep these items. Produce the right thing, got it. And items you already own, or items via VSD dispatches, will not be counted, so you've got to make them new, and then sell certain shit. Okay. Every request has a deadline, so it may be difficult to complete them all. However, there's no penalty for missing them. Accept requests you think you can complete depending on the town's status, and prioritize the results, such as raising certain friendship levels. You know, since it's Pamela, sure, I'll do it. Ooh, general store. Reduces construction costs within all sectors by 1%. Gain more experience with characters within the sector by 1%. Highest sales from grocery stores on this game, by the way. I'm aware like a lot of Ally characters got put in Cross Edge back on the PS3, but I never really looked into what. How much money do I not have? That costs way too much to build right now. So I'll hold off. I think I'm just gonna let it rock. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them rock. It's a game I once played but never cleared, sadly. Fair enough. That's just that, no worries. I'm just kind of looking through things. That what we should do today. Grow 40 Esh. Is someone growing Esh? I can check. Yeah, one of you is. Synthesize 5 timber. You're working on timber. Oh, did he rage quit out of the Dirt games? The only thing with the Dirt games that kind of sucks, well, it's more the second game. The first game is actually a little better about it. Is that in the second game, their way of doing hard mode is just doubling all the enemy stats and like nothing else. It's just like, oh, come on. But the first game's very broken, to be fair, so I get why they kind of did that. You can break the ever-living shit out of the first game. Oh no, he rage quitted Fairy Fence to Refrain Chord. Oh. I've never played Refrain Chord. It's a tactical RPG, and I don't really like tactical RPGs, so I just swerved it. I am with tactical RPGs. It's the way one man is with action RPGs. It's just not for me. There seems to be a problem. So a dangerous looking monster running around here. If we don't do something, it could really hurt someone. Please go deal with it as soon as you can. If request fails, town cultivation rate will go down. Refrain chord from the endgame final boss. Spawning mobs. Yeah, I can imagine that being real annoying though, infinitely spawning mobs. Whereas like, for me, it's just like, I'm not a big fan of tactical RPGs, so it's just like, I'm not gonna play it because I wouldn't really vibe with it anyway. That was easy enough. Our cultivation rate won't go down because we had a town hero. Nelke, I'm really thankful to you. Boy, that was fun. That was really great. We're all done for now. Request succeeded. Trouble's been averted. Here's the report. Don't say it like that. Completion task. You finally made a profit! Yes! Good! You've exceeded all expectations. We finally made a profit! Now we just need to make a profit for 2 more days straight and we can get that task done. What are we missing? Hey, we're not missing anything for once. You can now use Barfly Net during investigations. Once you create an investigation item for the first time, you'll be able to use it even if you sell it later on. For the items that get stronger as you produce more, this effect is permanent, so feel free to sell as many as you want. Me personally, no, not in JP, since I couldn't read that for me. I'm proving him wrong by being the boss anyway. Yeah, do it. Alright, who was our employee of the day? My wife. Okay, got it. They're just sitting there like, wait a minute, did you make your wife employee today? You biased fuck! What is nepotism bullshit? No. No, it's not what it is. It's not what it is. I think it's time for a break. There's a fucking bomb's gone off, never mind. Who the hell's it this time? What the heck? What was that explosion? Yeah, don't hard mode and Aoni. Yeah, Aoni is real damn easy, to be fair. Getting to Aoni is the trouble in the thing of pain. The gauntlet. Getting to Aoni is the annoying trouble. Like that shit sucks. That takes forever. Especially in Dirk 2, it really takes forever. You have to understand that like enemies have a gimmick with their defense in like the pain area in Dirk 2, where if you lower their defense stat at all, their defense just plummets to like 0. But if you don't, they're like a brick wall and will take forever to kill. The final boss in the main game, though, really isn't that bad once you get into a rhythm. You just gotta find that rhythm. And so on hard mode, it takes forever, so I just don't bother. And it scream. Oh, I don't want anyone to get hurt here. I better go see what happened. Here he is. I hated his minigame you did with him. Yeah, and once I figured out what to do, I can do the minigame consistently. It's just doing it, you know? It was cool, though. I wish there were more minigames like that. I'm assuming you're here because of a certain item? We are just working our way through. This is Gramnid now. I'm sure I made this mistake last time, and I was like, isn't that someone from Gramnid? When it wasn't. This is someone from Gramnid. I guess so. Something just exploded. Nobody was hurt, was they? You got here fast? Misty, what happened? Oh, well, her name is Judy. From one of the 2 Gramnid games, Judy. I hope Viarate's here. Just because there's a character in the Outlier franchise called Viarate, and I'm like, that's sick. I want to meet them. Like, Viarate, by the way. It's with an R. Oh, well, her name is Judy, and she's here because of something she was trying to synthesize. Oh, does that mean you're another alchemist? Oh, yes, my name is Judith Voltone. They're kind of long nose, so you can just call me Judy. Yeah, the earrings are kind of like, alright, yeah, thanks, guys. It's not like in Dirk 1, where like when you beat the pain area in Dirk 1, your reward is a whole new summon. You're like, what? And it's like it's a summon that just breaks the game in 2, but you can't even use it for that long because you can't carry summons into NG+. The hero of troubled times, Judith Voltone. Oh, Judith is so cute. I can't wait for the Gramnid games to eventually get remade. Okay then, Judy. Can I ask you what you were trying to synthesize? Oh, Dragon Sand! I mean, a certain item lets you go back in time. I was trying to go into the past, you see. Hold on, are you saying it's actually possible to go back in time? Oh, of course. I went into the future before, and now I was just trying to go back. Back to the future. Problem is, the quality of the item I was trying to use was less than great, and well, here I am, I guess. Yeah. To be honest, I don't recognize this place at all, so it might be tough for me to find my way back. Make it sound so simple. Is time travel really that easy? No, not at all. Gathering all these materials was a real pain. I can only hope I can have better luck here. Well, in the meantime, I'd like to ask you to help out here as an alchemist. You will need to make money while you gather materials, right? I pay well. Really? Then I'm in. Is that all it took? Hey, if you help me, I'll pay you. Oh, right, nice. Hey, Nelke. Can I talk to you about something? Hi there, Pamela. What's going on? Well, I was hoping I could borrow one of the rooms in your mansion for us to use. Oh, I don't mind. But what do you want to use it for? And who exactly is us? Well, the Alchemists have been looking for a way for them all to synthesize with each other. So I wanted to set up a place where lots of people could gather together.
I think they'll make a lot more progress if they have one spot they can be together all the time.
But everyone has their own atelier, right? Why can't they just use those? She has a point. You've each got their own space, why not use it?
But I think everyone can make something even more amazing if they're all together in one place. You have so many amazing alchemists here. I'd hate to see you let this opportunity slip by. Think about it this way. Everyone is from their own different world, right? If everyone can share their knowledge and ideas with each other, I'm sure they can create some really amazing recipes.
So you want to combine all their strength together, and they'll need some space separate from their ateliers to do that research? When you put it like that, I think it's a great idea. Let's start setting it up right away. Misty, could you prepare a vacant room for us? I'll start getting all the necessary equipment together. Of course, I'll begin immediately.
Thank you. This is going to be so great.
Research has now been unlocked, selected from the holiday menu. You can conduct research with the help of alchemists in order to create special items never seen before. This includes powerful investigation equipment, items, and developing new sectors, or even items to research sage relics. Aggressively pursue research to help with your investigations, or to help further develop the town. Note that some research items will require you to reach certain friendship levels with different alchemists to unlock them. So it's important to build relationships with alchemists in order to fully advance your research.
Why did I say that? I didn't intend to sound harsh. Nelke looked so annoyed, but I did tell her I wasn't going to be easy on her. Oh, so I shouldn't really be surprised. But I'm practically on probation myself right now. I can't slack off in my role as examiner. If they force me out of my job, I can't be near her anymore, so I have to take this seriously. But shit, I accidentally clicked too far. How do I log this? There we go. But what if she turns out to be a bad administrator? Then what do? I absolutely can't show her any mercy as her examiner. But if I report things honestly, she'll be sent back to the capital. I can't do it. Then I'd just be all alone in the village. What should I do? I know. I'll just work behind the scenes, helping her in ways nobody will notice. Boy, this takes me back. This is exactly the kind of thing I used to teach her. Doesn't she fucking hate your guts, dude? I think you're barking up the wrong tree here, my guy. It's like maybe then she will notice me for the handsome man I always knew I was. And meanwhile, she's just like, what's that fucking ugly twig doing over there? Why is he still here? Why is he looking at me? Get him out of here. That's like, you know, that's like Nugget's just like, who is this peasant? Hi there. What's got you looking so blue? You're Pamela. How did you get to this village? Don't worry about how I got here. It's been so long. I thought you'd be happier to see me.
Sound like a scheming villain speaking like that, lol. It's because it's the voice I gave him. If you mean Lotus, yeah, I thought this guy was like a little sleazeball, so I gave him a sleazeball voice. You're probably here to take it back, huh? Sorry, but I can't give it back just yet. If you intend to take it back by force. No, I do want it, but I'm not going to steal it or anything. So don't worry. Okay, if you say so. Honestly, the hardest voice of all the characters for me to do is actually Pamela's, which is I entirely signed up for when, like, the very first time I met her was in Atlas Sophie, and I got introduced to this softly spoken church girl, and I was like, softly spoken church girl, I'll do that, and that voice is stuck for every single version of Pamela since. Besides, I was here before you. You should really treat me with more respect. Well, I suppose. And you did save my life after all. I haven't forgotten about the promise I made. I still intend to keep it. Excellent. It is a promise after all. But if you've been living here in town, could you tell me how Nelke has been doing up till now? Let's see. She's certainly been working hard,
but she's still a little rough around the edges. She seems to be searching for some relics here and there, in between tasks.
What was I about? You play the Rising games, you always yelp out Keith Griff. Yeah, that guy really loves Keith Griff, huh? I can't wait to find out what I think of him when I eventually play the Dust games.
Oh, I see. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize she was still doing such dangerous things. Is it really that dangerous? Of course it is. Looking for those relics is guaranteed to get you into risky business. But I suppose there's no way to guarantee she won't stumble into danger. Like what happened with me? To be honest, I wish I could get her to stop. Is that right? But if that's true, why don't you talk to Nelke about it directly? No, I can't do that. If I did, I would have to leave Westworld. Well, I suppose I'll just watch over all of you from afar. I'll be praying that you figure out a happy resolution.
Also, the voice I do for Lotus is the voice I used to do in theatre. When I did theatre in school. I didn't go do theatre professionally, before anyone wonders. But when I did theatre work in school, that was the performance voice, like the character I did.
Excuse me? Oh, hi Judy, what's up? Do you happen to have a map of the area outside of town? I'd like to look for materials to make the dragon hourglass. Oh yes, I should have one around here somewhere. Here you go. Thanks! Oh wow, there's lots of different areas around the village. Yes, we have mountains, forests, springs, and even ruins. There's all kinds of exciting places. Hey, as long as you're going out, why don't you come with me to help investigate the lands around town? I'd love to hear more about this dragon hourglass too. I really appreciate the offer, but this is something I have to take care of on my own. The dragon hourglass has the potential to be really dangerous, so I'd rather not drag you into the mess I've created. I see, that's too bad. Oh, but I'll still keep working hard, of course. Thank you again for the map. I'll talk to you later.
You know, I've only seen Judy in 2 scenes, and I already get huge, like, fully grown child vibes out of her. Like, she's like, look at that, like, she's got, like, the super happy, like, her mouth's as big as her eyes, super wide smile. And, like, the bright beaming eyes, and, like, the little fluffy uniform. Like I'm already getting, like, fully grown child vibes from her, and I'm like, yeah, she's, okay. New options available on the town building section in the research sub-menu. Complete additional research to enjoy more alchemic comedy antics. The carefree lowly. Yeah, kinda. So Nelke, have you learned anything about the groundswell tree? No, not yet, but I've been trying to research it on my own, but no luck so far. I see, then we have to be sure to follow any lead that we can get. Don't get too excited, Marie. Surveying this entire land is going to be a lot of work. Even if we have all the people we could hope for, who knows how long it could take. Yes, I guess that's true. There's got to be a better way. Oh, how about trying to spot it from above? You two can fly, right? Actually, I tried that already. I didn't see anything that looked anything like it. Oh, I don't remember seeing anything like it on my way to Westworld either. I think it must be hidden deeply away somewhere. Yes, that makes sense, otherwise you'd think someone would have found it by now. But if that's the case, we're just going to have to search for it on foot. Maybe we could create some kind of item that would help us. Yeah, you mean like some kind of living creation? Exactly! If we ask it to go off and search for some kind of incredible looking tree, it might just manage to find it. I'm not sure that'll work. Living creations can only follow simple, direct orders. Plus, something like that could cause all kinds of other problems in the meantime. Okay then. How about a basket that we could send to find specific materials? That might help us find the tree just by sheer luck. And even if it doesn't work, it'll still help us gather tons of useful materials. Oh, well that would be nice. And it sounds like an interesting challenge too. Yeah, something like that would make our excursions way more efficient.
Alright, then it's settled. Let's come up with a recipe and get to synthesizing. I've come up with a new recipe! It's like Final Fantasy 15 all over again. Conducting research will let you reinforce items or get new recipes or especially rare items. As your research progresses, the conditions will become more difficult, but the rewards will get better. Research is displayed using a progress tree, and you'll have to proceed in a set order. Some research will have multiple branches, and you must complete all of them before moving on. There is a synthesis which requires multiple alchemists to conduct called co-op synthesis. Increase your friendship level for this. This will allow you to create completely new items and initiate unique events. How far does this go? Oh, it's okay, it's not that long. It just costs money. No! Like one said by... Yeah, Ignis. That's it! What's what, Iggy? I've come up with a new recipe. Can't wait to try it. That's it! Like that fucking Iggy, give it a break. You picked up a flower. That's it! What the fuck do you want? As much as, like, I prefer, like, the slightly more, like, self-serious approach of 16, I kind of miss the bullshit. I kind of miss the dumb, borderline anime bullshit from 15. I'm not ready to meet Fire Element. We get... Oh, Jesus, 100 water elements we go for that. 100... Oh, Jesus. What about town building? Ooh, this is how you get new districts to build on. Okay. Recipe collection, rich soil. Peaceful land. Oh, what's this one? Oh, we don't have the people for it. Chain web. Ooh. Oh! Oh! The fuck do you mean 100 world spirits? Oh! Holy shit! You know why I'm freaking out? Fucking Atelier Rorona, I found a grand total of 2 throughout the entire game. And then I used one, and because I used one and couldn't find a single other one, because to get them normally, you have to beat not 1, not 2, but 3 fucking super bosses. I failed to get the extra ending in the plus mode because I physically couldn't beat the 3 super bosses because that's how rare world spirits are supposed to be. So to just read world spirit times 100, that's like a bullet. That's like a bullet just hit me really hard. Like, what the fuck do you mean? You know? Oh my god. Yeah, we'll come back. Oh, Marie wants to hang out. Oh, Judy wants to hang out. I want to go hang out with Judy because she's such a baby girl. Hello there. I was wondering, is there anything I can help you out with? Nelke. Actually, there is one thing. Please hunt down the plains turtle. There's just no end to them. Please hunt down at least 2. Judy's like, hey, murder. Okay, leave it to me. What was Lily want? Oh, that counts as taking up time just to pick up a quest. Hello there, I was just wondering, is there anything I can help you out with? Or you can help out with? Oh, I know, would you take care of this? Okay, okay, Lily, Judy, you two got something to fucking talk about. You two got something to fucking talk about. Both these two are one fucking turtle aside. Ugh. Well, okay, she's level 3. Right, so we need some turtles to show up.
Yeah. Hey, here we go. Now, the thing is it going to be, like, super, like, fussy? Like, oh, those two only apply to one of the quests? Or is this going to, like, double down and apply to both and get two in one? That'd be real nice. I think the only game where I felt like... The only Allier game where I genuinely felt like I was way too powerful by the end of it... was, Toturi. I say that up until I met the final boss. Toturi, when I got to the end of that, I felt, like, ridiculous. Oh, and I guess Liddy and Suli, just because nothing really challenged me. I really rarely game overed in that game. So I just want to make sure I actually get to the end. Hey, more turtles. Alright, now we definitely don't have to worry about it. Raise an ally's strength and speed for a short time. Nah, we'll just keep on going. Question, did you ever play any of the Legaia games on PS1, PS2 per chance? No. I haven't actually heard of them. What are they? Oh, did we need to kill, like, these guys as well for a quest? I feel like Pamela wanted us to kill these things, I can't remember. Oh, there's no treasure? Oh, okay. Never mind. And Westworld from the Valorant recipes. Awesome. The Lord has announced a national policy. View the current request of this. Fucking national policy? The fuck do you mean? In addition to our normal citizen request, there's an additional request from your father. What? Why the heck would he send me a request? Please tell me what it just said. Of course, he has given us a directive for the town's operations. Essentially, we must develop the town in a specific way as necessary. That's it? It's supposed to be his idea of a request. He's so protective. He's simply worried about you, Miss Nelke. For now, please simply consider the details of this request. Ah, fine. If you can help the town, of course I'll take it into consideration. The Lord has handed down the national policy. This is the icon of such decrees. National policies are a special type of request given directly to Nelke by the land's lord, which affects the entire town. He may request large-scale monster hunts, item gatherings, or merchandise sales. They will be more difficult than regular requests. However, the rewards are also much greater. They are genuinely worth the effort, so consider carefully how you may complete them. Hey, I did get them all. Nice. In order to receive rewards, keep in mind if you miss a request deadline, that request will be officially cancelled. I guess you did okay. The fuck do you mean? Lily, what the fuck do you mean I guess you did okay? Thanks so much. See, that's a proper response. Where you say Lord, lol. I think of my lord. My lord. I just think of that shit. Oh, why does everyone have a vendetta on the fucking turtles? Why does everyone have a vendetta on the fucking turtles? What did they do? What am I missing? What did the turtles do?
Alchemists, you can make shovel, ice bomb, and pure incense. Well, we got a shit ton of money from that. We can actually spend something and still be in the green.
こちらをご確認ください。立てるものを考えなくては。
Oh, so if I want to make specific ones, I have to use the right element we have. You know, I'll make a blue one.
どこに立てましょう。
It's not in those Mario games though. Like even the Robot Chicken, what once spoofed and alongside Family Guy. Oh, fair enough.
これで決まりね。誰にお願いしましょうか。
Right, who should be our lovely, 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 lovely shopkeeper? Man, who will I pick? Haggle, haggle, or haggle? It should probably be one of the Pamelas because they're like their C minuses on selling. No, I'll let Arlen Pamela. I'll let Arlen Pamela cover that one.
どちらの商品にいたしましょう。
God, those crystal balls sell for a fair bit. Sure, you sell them. Get me some money quick.
これで問題ないかな。
Hey, how's this looking now? How's our town coming together? It's getting there, piece by piece. Yeah, all the farms are going. Oh, I should probably, I'll do it tomorrow because I want to stay in the blue, or in the green. But, I should probably make new ateliers. Actually, I haven't saved yet this stream, so I'm going to save. Oh, trophy unlocked, newbie client. Request 10 synthesises.
結果が
What's been summarized? Oh, hell yeah, that's a huge green bar. Prepare wood. Prepare... Oh no, that's a terrible joke. I was about to say, like, men when they finally get to bed with a woman. Prepare wood. You achieved your goal. Should keep this up. I'm so sorry. Oh hey, the girl from the DS spin-off is our person of the day. Fucking, that's the something to celebrate. What the fuck do you mean Dio's here? Dio, Zawara, uh-oh. What the fuck do you mean? I don't expect the owner of the fucking Dio would be here. The Hasty Hideaway? How's the old tavern doing anyway? Oh, that Dio. I have no idea how I got here. I was just checking out someone's adventure request, and all of a sudden, I do hope the tavern's okay. But as long as I am here, I think it's the missing word. I may as well look into any new liquor this place might have. Hello, Marie. Do you know this man? Yeah, he's the owner of this tavern back in Salberg. He also gives out the odd jobs, so I was always going to see him. Yeah, wow, really? Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm the administrator of this town. My name is Nelke. I'm Dio. Dio Schenk. I'm glad to meet you. Are you sure this can help find materials on its own? It just looks like a normal basket. Well, let's test it out. I put an extra material here and... voila! It goes and gets its own materials. We've also designed it so it won't just keep gathering things endlessly, so you can use it however you want. It is really wonderful. I'm sure everyone's going to love it. And with any luck, it will help us uncover some clues in tracking down the Grounds White tree. If we can just narrow down its location even a little bit, we can start combing through the area. Yes, I really hope we can do with that. It can help with that. Anyway, thanks both of you. I want to try it out right away. Of course, in the meantime, we'll keep up our own search. Thanks and good luck. Oh, cooperative synthesis. Unlocked. We need more people. Oh, we need a lot for rich soil. Yeah, I'll let that happen. Okay, Zettel we're working on. We need another 40 Zettel. But we need to go murder more turtles. Still way off. Ah, Judy. I'm sorry, I'm easily won over by wide smiles. I'm sorry. I'm so easily won over by big wide smiles. You got a big lovely smile on your face, I'll be your friend. You know? I'm so easily won over by wide smiles in anything. Hi, Nelke. I mean, look at that. Look at that happy face. Oh, hi, Judy. How's it going, settling in here? And that Dio is not the Dio here. Can you imagine? Well, hesitant at first, but I think I'm doing just fine now. That's good to hear. So, Judy, what brought you here in the first place? I remember you saying you came here somehow after you synthesized some type of item. Yeah, that's right. I'm assuming that the synthesis failed, and before I knew it, I was here. It failed? Does that mean you don't know how to get back? That's what I'm researching right now. But you know, I think it'll be fine. You know, I'm glad that like every single Outlier protagonist have ended up here because they did something wrong. It's nice to know that all the ladies of this franchise are complete fucking girl failures. Like, Jesus Christ, how is it not one of them have ended up here deliberately? How is it all of them? Well, something went wrong and now here I am. Like, come on. Just one of them, please. Before, when I flew off to the future world, I managed to find my way back eventually. Also, is that spoilers for the first Gramnid game? Is time traveling like a big thing in the Gramnid games? I just spoiled it for myself. You go to the future. The future world? Are you saying that before you came here? Yep, I messed up another synthesis and woke up in the future. 200 years in the future to be specific. That was a whole lot of trouble. 200 years. Wow. And when I tried to return back to the past from there, I ended up here. But now that I'm here, I'm gonna work hard and make the most of it. I'm glad to hear that. After all, my livelihood depends on it. I never want to be in debt again. It sounds like you've already been through a lot. I better get back to work. See you later, Nelke. Okay, good luck with your work. Still can't believe alchemy can let you travel through time. Let's ask him more about it later. I'm only going to hang out a little bit because I want to do a lot of investigating. Oh, we can go to a new area. What's in that new area? That's not the button I'm looking for. You're not what I'm looking for. Travel in between games. Yeah. Like, Goddess, I don't think I ever, like, talked about it with you on stream. I finally saw, like, the official universe chart of all the Atelier games across all the series, and I was beside myself when I saw that the first two sagas share a universe, and the third saga doesn't even share a universe with itself. I was like, how does this fucking happen? The first two sagas completely share one universe. The Iris sagas, the first two games are in one universe, Iris 3's in a different universe. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? It's like Mysterious has 3 universes layering over themselves, which I thought was pretty damn cool. You've got the surface world, you've got the dream realm, and then you've got the painting realm. It's just something you don't really think about until you, like, read it, you know? Until you, like, read it up and you go, oh yeah, right, that is how that would be. I mean, I didn't say that the Secret Saga has 2 universes as well, but it also has the cheat of every single universe is in this giant circle that is the Age of Gods alchemical plane. But it was just kind of one of those things that was just kind of cool to read, you know? The other thing that's a weird habit is that in the Arlen Saga, there's a game where final boss is a giant robot. In the Dusk Saga, there's a final boss that's a giant robot. And Rise of 3 ends in you fighting a giant robot. It's like, why? Gonna catch some bugs? Oh yeah, sure. Like, why does this keep happening? Why are there giant robots that keep showing up? It got away, but there are some things that will be useful. I was about to say, like, I didn't catch any bugs. I didn't see any bugs caught there. The fuck? I need to get into a fight. I was like, I can't do the turtle thing if I can't get into a... Where's the fights? There we go. It's like, I can't get any quests done if no fucking fights show up. So I spent a lot of money, so I need to make sure I get all these quests done so I can get it back. I also need to look into getting Zettel so I can get that done. It's because, in terms of raw sale, Ryza vastly fucking outperforms any other saga. That's why Ryza got an anime. It's not even close. Of the franchise's lifetime sales, the Ryza trilogy alone make up over 1/3 of it. Of the entire Outlive franchise. That's why Ryza got an anime. The best-selling game before the Ryza trilogy had something close to 80,000 units. The Ryza trilogy have over 2 million units. Now that's why Ryza got an anime over things like Sophie. I know that people would have preferred it, but that's besides the point. When it's that successful, it would have been idiotic to pick any other character that wasn't Ryza to do an anime on. You know? On a business sense, it would have just been stupid to give anyone else an anime instead of Ryza. Here.
Has Tales of Arise got its own anime? I didn't know that. Or at least I haven't looked into it. Oh yeah, the Fic Fies didn't help, but the quality of the games carried it. If it was just Fic Fies and nothing else, the sequels wouldn't have done as well, but no. People genuinely really love those games, and rightly so, they're fantastic games. I didn't know that, that's funny. Makes sense though. A new Labrux district can be developed. Try developing it once you have the necessary components. Yeah, it's like this sector is shaping up pretty well. Indeed. And you've managed to come this far thanks to your hard work. To be fair, Tales of Arise also broke 1 million units in like less than 2 weeks when it came out, so I suppose it makes sense that it would get anime. Arise was like a knockout hit in sales. Thanks, but I certainly haven't done it alone. Everyone's been working really hard. But you know, I think our residential areas are starting to get overcrowded. That's true. It's getting harder and harder to secure living space. It won't be long before we're at full capacity. Yes, I think it's time we move on to the next phase, which is... There's still a lot of unclaimed land surrounding the village. We should start by developing it to create new living space. That will also help us... that will make more room for new residents. And also let us build new shops, growing areas, and even ateliers. I see. So it's time to begin developing the town in full force then. Hehe. Things are going to get pretty busy around here, that's for sure. I'll be counting on your support, Misty. Of course. Town grows, you can reclaim new land. However, certain sectors may require special items in order to claim them. Opening up new sectors allow you to build more facilities and increase your pop limit. Nice. You did it. You did great, Nelke. Thank you. See, everyone else could be nice. Why was it just Lily who's just like, whatever. What the fuck? I need to make more Zell. I'll try and figure out how to make more Zell. Wind elements. I'll be... Beehives? I think you only get elements for like reducing these, right? Yeah, so I just need to look. I just need to go find beehives. Unless... No, you can't synthesize a beehive. I had to check. You know, I don't think we need more beer. Thank you. Oh, there really isn't as many choices as I thought. We don't need 3 people getting vegetable oil, though. Give me some wheat.
That said though, speaking of like the animes like out there, I want to sit down and watch Echo and Loji's anime at some point, but I'll probably do that after I've actually played the game. Because I've seen little clips of it here and there, and every single time I see clips of it, I'm like, man, Esha looks so adorable. Like, the moment I see that she's got like a little tail that fucking wags when she's excited in the anime, I'm just like, okay, she wins. I'm in. I'm in. The fucking Hagglemageddon. We're gonna let them get the Haggle squad. They got it, I believe. I don't really want to build anything new, I just want to kind of look around. So I'm going to build a new Italia, to use the proper word. I know I always say Atelier, but it's supposed to be Italia, I just never say Italia. I do want to build a new Atelier soon, because it's just Marie and Ellie hard fucking carrying, and it's like, no. Judy, get the fuck in there, cutie. Judy, cutie, get in there. And I need to get some high so I can get some Zettel. Can I work on this? What am I missing? I'll just build a general store. I've done that! It says, what the fuck do you mean? Why does it say 100% done? But, I once asked some of my PSN friends for a certain anime I could watch, and one of them was funny recommend Monster Musume. Which, that's... Oh, one's more... Also, I've never heard of it. And that's not me being like, I've never heard of it, because it's a hentai. No, I've genuinely just never heard of it, so fair enough. I'll examine it for you. Profits? Profits! We're good. We've done the main goal. Now then, let's go to good work. Proof increased due to surplus bonus. Thanks to management, the citizens trust you completely. Interspecies reviewers. These are just words. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I need to be careful. My pop limit is... I'm getting very close to the population limit. Alright, who's our employee of the day? It's... my wife again! And then I'm just getting more like evil looks from some of the other employees. Like, oh man, it's crazy how that keeps happening. I was able to finish this task without any problems. You're doing a marvelous job. I'm sure you'll finish any task before you with aplomb. Why are you hanging out here like you own the place? What's the problem? I just saved you the trouble of having to call for me. Whatever. Like you'd come when I asked anyway. I already told you this once, but you really are making amazing progress. For proof, look no further than how quickly the town's population has grown. After seeing this with my own eyes for the first time, I can say I'm quite impressed by how well you're doing. Well, thank you. Compliment happily accepted. But still, such fast development is thanks more to my alchemists. It would be totally impossible to develop so quickly without the power of alchemy. Well said! They've helped grow both the city itself and its population. This village has all kinds of things you would never find in other frontier towns. And you've erected all kinds of new buildings. Every day it becomes a more and more attractive place for people to settle down. I think you're right about that. As the administrator, it makes my heart swell to see it. Now then, I should explain your latest task. Your new objective is... get to 1,000! You can review the assignment as many times as you need. Okay, got it. I won't rest until I've completed my task. I look forward to it. See you around.
Goal 3. Develop into an energetic village. There's something I've been curious about, Lotus.
Oh, what's that?
It seems to me like you've been involving yourself with Miss Nelke unnecessarily.
Huh? I'm the examiner. It's my duty to pay close attention to the actions and decisions of the administrator.
And what I'm saying is that you're overstepping your bounds.
But please stop looking at me like that. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, what's with the knife? It's a little early to start preparing dinner, isn't it?
I'm not in the mood for jokes. Explain yourself.
Seriously, Misty, stop pointing that thing at me. Why don't you all just calm down?
Answer me. What reason do you have for trying to get close to Miss Nelke? What are you after?
I'm not after anything. I'm just doing my job as a lowly examiner.
You can't deceive me. I will protect Miss Nelke, even if it costs me my life. If you intend to keep lying, I will show you no mercy.
Oh my god. Okay. It's obvious how serious you are about this. Very well then, I'll tell you. Misty, I'm worried about her. That really is all there is to it. You say you'll protect Nelke with your life, but how much do you really know? These relics that Nelke is searching for may be unbelievably dangerous. If Nelke is struck by the hidden power of one of those relics, even your life won't be enough to keep her safe.
Are you saying that you can? That you know more about these relics than even Miss Nelke or myself?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I know firsthand how dangerous they can be. I'm reminded of their power every time the scar on my cheek begins to ache. That scar? It's from a relic? And I can't let Nelke suffer the same fate. Now do you understand? Misty, please. Will you let me talk with Nelke alone?
Alone?
That's right. There's something I have to tell her, and I can't afford to let anyone get in the way. So what do you say? Never.
What?
I'm sure you have your reasons, but I intend to stay by Miss Nelke's side, no matter what. That is my job. No, it is my mission.
Hey Nelke, how's your Grandma's Street research going? Oh, it's going fine. I thought I just heard someone screaming outside though, and it's just Lotus getting chased.
That's what I was going to ask. Have you found any new clues? Sadly, no, I haven't. I'm slapped by it though, shit. Oh, that looks bad. Maybe that new basket wasn't good enough. No, that's not true. It's a really amazing item. But even with something so incredible, we still haven't found a single clue. I can't believe it. I guess just wandering around at random isn't going to help us find anything. But there can really be... Can there really be somewhere so well hidden here? It's hard to imagine. Internet. My modem just started beep, like, flashing at me. Internet. Don't do it. Thank you. Okay, went back to normal. Fucking... I've got my eye on you. Maybe it's some super secluded place a normal person can never go to. Like a cave deep underground or something. I don't know. Would a tree even be able to grow in a place like that? Oh, good point. Well, then where could it be? I just thought of something. How is the basket supposed to find clues when it doesn't actually know what it's looking for? It can gather up whatever materials you tell it, but I don't think it knows what to do with a request as vague as look for clues. What? Alright, time to get to work. Yes, the investigation just started for real. This isn't an easy mystery to solve, but that'll just make it all the sweeter when we finally do. Let's give it our best shot, right, Ellie? Sure? I have 20 turns, okay. Make 10 bombs, use bombs, win, and clear the sunny woods of nearby forest.
どちらになさいますか?
Oh, we did all the tasks too as well. Awesome. So we are like completely on path. I just need to get some bombs. They're yours, my friend. For a price. What have we got in our extra menu? What do you mean change outfit? Oh my god, she's so cute! Oh, she's keeping that on. Oh my god! Wait a minute, does everyone have all the outfits that I just don't know about? Damn, Marie looks great as well. Oh, Jesus Christ, he looks like the exact prick I always thought he was. Damn, Nos looks not too bad. That's just an alternate colour. You can't fool me. Jesus Christ, Nelke! I'm keeping that on Judy because she looks so adorable. It is unfair. Wait a minute, do they have all the costumes as well? Oh my god, Haggle! Oh my god, Haggle! That's fucking... Oh my god. Yes, Haggle! Oh, they give you a little synopsis of the game. Oh my goodness. Ellie's on a deathbed due to a contagious illness, but Marie comes to her rescue. This inspires Ellie, but she just barely passes her alchemy entrance exam. She's barred from staying in the school dorm, so she lives in an outlet to complete quests while working towards graduation. Lily is enthralled by the charms of alchemy, which has grown popular in her hometown. She starts to learn on her own. Eventually, her efforts and talents are recognised. She then sets out on a mission to build an alchemy academy in Salzburg in order to bring alchemy to a new land. Yeah, because that's based 20 years before the other one. In the Village of Life, Judy fails the synthesis of the Dragon Hourglass, said to have the power over time itself, and jumps 200 years into the future. In an unfamiliar land, she finds herself in debt. She must get help from others as she tries to return home into her own time. And that's Viorate. That's Iris, Mana, Mana, Arland, Dusk, Mysterious. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, what do you need, my lovely? What do you need, Judy? Hello there, what do you need? No, actually, there is one thing. There's one thing. The turtles haven't had it enough. The turtles deserve punishment. Judy, are you okay? Hi, I'm fine. Why do you ask? No reason. Why didn't I even think of doing it that way? I'll try it for myself next time. Hey Marie, trying out a new recipe? Well, not exactly. More like testing a new method of synthesis. What does that mean? You see, I always use the same materials to synthesize this particular item. But I was talking to the other alchemists, and it turns out they all have their own way of synthesizing it. So I tried a few different variations, and I managed to make the item even better. Wait, so you can use different methods to make the same thing? Yeah, for example, if you change the order of adding each ingredient, or what you do while it's mixing, you get the same item but the different quality. The different regions might have different materials, of course. That just comes down to a difference in environment. I see. So the weather or climate might change how easy it is to find materials, or the qualities of those materials. Exactly. There are all kinds of materials that are hard to find where I'm from, which is why I want to try as many different things as I can while I have this opportunity here. That might even lead me to being able to create an entirely new item. A new item? That would be awesome. What exactly are you trying to make? Oh, I have no idea. Oh, I see. But whatever you decide to do, I'll be looking forward to it. I'll let you know when I figure it out. It'll definitely be interesting, I can promise you that. I can't wait. Ooh, higher level enemies. Man, I wish they actually made the costumes to the characters, but I get it. It's a spin-off. Probably less money put into it. They can't do that, but it's like, man, it would have been nice to just see like all the characters in their different attires. Turtles? Nope, no. Enemies? I need those turtles. Turtles? Turtles! Uh-oh. Oh man, trying to keep things moving here in town without making it obvious sure is a pain. I have to show the townsfolk how to work more efficiently, give them advice on how to sell their goods. And rather than doing it directly, I have to keep giving subtle hints. But I can't let the higher-ups in the capital know what I'm up to. Still, this is all to bolster Nelke's administrative assistance. This isn't even close to what I would consider hard work just yet. Hey, come on, calm down. Is that Nos and Misty? Looks like they're in some kind of argument. Misty, are you perhaps a little... okay, never mind. I'll say, are you a little defensive? No, I won't calm down until you tell me what you mean by a merger. I'm trying to tell you, it's for the sake of Orzbel. Their population has been dropping every year. Growing crops is pointless if you don't have anyone to do business with. So I thought since Westworld is still growing, it might be a good idea for them to merge with us. And is that your opinion as the chief of Westworld? Well, if you put it that way, no. It was just a thought I had. I've been trying to get feedback from other townsfolk. But how did you know I suggested this to Osbel in the first place? I heard about it from my old maid school classmates. They said the villagers are totally bewildered. Osbel is like my second home. Of course I'm sad that it's becoming deserted. But merging with Westworld is absolutely out of the question. But if we merge, Westworld would grow even more. I'm sure that would make Nelke happy. That's not the point here. Hey you two, what's going on here? It's Nelke. Oh, Nelke, you kind of caught us at a bad time. Just tell me what the heck's the matter. Sorry, Miss Nelke, it's nothing really. I will go around and prepare today's tasks. Please finish your rounds and return to the manor soon. If you'll excuse me. Wait, Misty! She's gone. Nos, what the heck were the two of you talking about? You both seem to be really angry. Sorry, Nelke, but if Misty isn't going to